Well, one of the main guests for this year's Marlborough Literature Festival has been announced today. Elif Shafak is an award-winning novelist. She's been invited to be the guest for the Golding Author event, which celebrates Marlborough's long connection with the Nobel laureate and Booker Prize winning, late William Golding, of course. On the line this afternoon. Good afternoon, Genevieve.
Hello.
Elif Shafak, tell me a little bit more about the British-Turkish novelist.
She's a fabulous writer, so we're really pleased to have got her for this slot. She's written 19 books, 12 of which are novels, and they're incredibly wide-ranging in that some of them are historical, set in Istanbul. One I've read recently called The Architect's Apprentice, for instance, wonderfully rich novel set, I think it's 16th century Istanbul. And then others much more contemporary. Her last one, 10 minutes, 38 seconds, In This Strange World, is somebody looking back on their life, and that is much more contemporary. So very wide-ranging, and then she writes non-fiction as well, and she's a great activist particularly for women's rights and freedom of speech. So a really interesting sort of political thinker and creative writer.
Prolific writer as well. I mean, as you say, 19 books, 12 of which are novels. What can you tell us about the latest novel, The Island of Missing Trees, which is due to be published in 2 or 3 months from now?
It's coming out in August, which is really great for us. It'll be quite new by the time of the festival. She'll be talking to us on the 1st of October. And it's set on Cyprus in 1974, a time when the country was divided, and it sounds as if it is. I haven't read the book yet, but it sounds as though there are two teenagers that meet across that divide. So she's all about writing about identity, about breaking down barriers, borders, and I'm sure it'll be another epic book.
Genevieve, got to ask you about this year's Marlborough Lit Festival. I mean, is it going to be face-to-face? Is it going to be in person? Is it going to be online? Where are you with the plans at the moment?
It's going to be a mixture, we think. Obviously, one has to sort of plan for all eventualities, and we want to be optimistic, and we missed out on live events last year, so we're really keen to get authors to come to Marlborough, but we need to also aim for as wide an audience as possible. So if people can't come to live events, that there's a way of them seeing them online. So at the moment, we're going for a mixture of live events, which we will film, and I should mention this video agency, Streamworks, which is actually based in Swindon. So it's really great to be working with a local partner who will be filming our events from the town hall, so that actually people ideally are in the hall as well, but they will be able to see them online. And then some other events will be virtual, as we've got sort of slightly more used to. But the advantage is that sometimes that you can hear from people who just physically can't get to Marlborough for whatever reason, but we really want to include them in the festival, and that's going to be the case with Elif Shafak. So we're going for a mixture, but our whole aim is to bring authors to as big an audience as possible.
So just remind us of the dates of this year's festival.
It's from the 30th of September to the 3rd of October. So the 30th and the 1st are quite a lot about sort of outreach and schools. And then we have this William Golding slot, on the evening of the Friday, the 1st of October, which is when we've got Elif Shafak. So we're really excited that we're being as optimistic as possible. But obviously, if we've got live events, we will be ensuring that they're really safe too. Whatever the guidelines are at the time, that's what we'll be observing.
You mentioned William Golding then. Just remind us of the link with the Marlborough Literature Festival and William Golding.
He spent his sort of teenage years in Marlborough. His father taught at the grammar school, and then he and his brother went to Marlborough Grammar School. And one of his sort of later novels, The Pyramid, is a sort of slightly comic novel with rather thinly disguised Marlborough as its backdrop.
What's the best way of keeping up to date with plans for the festival this year, and of course further author announcements?
Absolutely. Best place is really the website. So that's www.marlboroughLitFest.org. So we put lots of new information up there today, so please take a look at that. You can sign up for a newsletter there. And we will be announcing more authors as the months go by. We've got some really good people signed up. We're just sort of really putting the programme together to make it work as best as it can for the audience.
Well, keep in touch.
I should just quick mention also that we're also running this writing competition called Love Books competition.org, and there's details about that on the website as well.
Great. Keep in touch. Next author announcement, let us know here at BBC Radio Wiltshire. Genevieve Clark, the chair of the Marlborough Lit Fest. It's just gone 2:30.